I'm Khushbu Maheshwal. Welcome to my YouTube channel Maheshwal Steno. Today I am going to give you a dictation at 140 words per minute. So get ready, 5 seconds to go. Mr. Vice Chairman, sir, thank you for permitting me to speak, though at the fag end of the discussion. I shall try to confine myself to a few minutes. Yesterday evening, many of us who are present here had an opportunity, perhaps a slightly sad opportunity, to bid farewell to many of the honorable members of this House, and at that time, many of us happened to discover another superb quality of our Finance Minister as a singer. While having dinner, our Honorable Finance Minister proved himself to be a very good singer. If I remember correctly, as an ordinary music lover, the rag which he sang was Malkans. Our illustrious world renowned musician Pandit Ravi Shankar is not present here, otherwise, he would have corrected me. The selection of the rag was appropriate there, as we were bidding farewell to many of our honorable colleagues. But from the angle of the present state of affairs of our economy, the melancholy of that rag is very meaningful. I do not know whether the finance minister was selecting that rag from this angle also. I hope against hopes that the honorable finance minister would be in a position to sing another rag also, as the whole country is faced with a severe drought. Going by the trends that we have been discerning in the economic sphere, as has been correctly mentioned by other speakers, the whole picture is not at all hopeful. It is fraught with dangers. I do not want to enumerate all that now, but I find a very dangerous tendency developing in our country which is against democratic traditions, both in the policy and again in the economic management. Parliament has been considered, and Parliament should be the supreme authority to make legislation. Similarly, each and every paisa to be levied on the people should be done after threadbare discussion in Parliament. But what is being done these days, so far as legislation is concerned, through ordinance, backdoor legislation is being practiced. Similarly, in fiscal matters, the importance of budget is being eroded. Just before the presentation of the budget, the government is taking recourse to various methods through which an economic attack is being perpetrated on the masses or the people, so that when the actual budget comes, the purpose of pickpocketing the people will be served through many other methods adopted by him. Sir, this budget has been generally proclaimed as a farmer oriented budget, and many people claim that a much greater allocation is there for agriculture. But if you go through certain figures, you will find that the revised outlay on agriculture in the year 1997-98 was rupees 1000 crores, and compared to this, the so called higher outlay for agriculture is not high at all, and it is only rupees 500 crores. This is one part of the whole situation. It is actually less than what has been allocated in actual terms for the year 1997-98. Now comes another study bringing out the very alarming situation in the sphere of agriculture. What is the average annual growth rate in food grains production? A very detailed article has appeared in today's Hindu on the editorial page. While doing through that the comparing with the statistics with the other available statistics, I find that it has been correctly pointed out that there has been a steady decline in the growth rate of food grains production in our country since 1980. This has been more since 1980, and therefore you cannot attribute this to the emerging drought situation in our country. In the years from 1980 to 1985, the annual growth rate in food grains production was 3%. In the 1985-1990 period, it was 4%. In further decline to 2%, and in current year it has gone down below 2%, which means that it is going to be far lower than the rate of growth of population. So this is the situation, and this is one part of the picture. If you just try to find out the earnings of the farmers, you will see that again there is a decline there. From this observation of the agricultural sector, it has been amply proved that the situation in the agricultural sector is not at all promising and hopeful. And from this budget, one cannot have a hope that the situation that would be emerging will be better. With these observations, I would like to oppose this budget because the overall orientation of the budget is still pro monopoly and pro landlord, and this budget is not going to change the plight of the vast masses of the people. So friends, don't forget to like, share and subscribe my channel for more related videos and press the bell icon for instant notification. Thank you.